Hey tubes. Today I'm gonna tackle this Lawnboy. Yesterday I worked on this Poulon, got it going. I just need to order the filter box kit, and I'm waiting for parts on the Toro. Should be here today actually. But something interesting. This is that Lawnboy that my neighbor got for $5 at a yard sale. I did get it to run, and I didn't run it long, but let's see, you can't see this. There's hardly any oil in it, so I don't know how bad the rings are affected, but I'm gonna just dump some oil in it and see how it goes, and then I'll see if it's still harder to start. Because of its low oil, I'm going to use some of this oil stabilizer mixed with the oil. The oil I'm going to put in just to see if that helps it any. This stuff is really thick. Now that this is full oil now, and it's on the full mark, maybe a little hair above it. Let's see how easy this is to start. Much easier to start now. So that must have been the hard starting problem, was the low oil. So always check your oil. I saw this mower after I put oil in it. It starts up on the second pull. I've readjusted the pull cord length. This pull cord handle was starting to tear apart, so I just glued it back together. Now, the air filter was in pretty sad shape. A friend of mine told me of a place that you wouldn't think to get this, but if you look at here, you see that right there? I got a blade for $2 and two different air filters for under $2 each. So, and these are the same ones for this one. Now this was at American Freight, which is kind of like a outlet place. Usually they sell furniture. I don't know why they had this stuff, but whatever. So here's the blade. You see it's $19.99. Well, I paid $2 for it. I'm sure I'll find something this will fit on. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a quick and dirty clean on the carburetor and put the new air filter in. When I say quick and dirty, really I'm just going to drop the bowl, spray in there, clean it out, and put it back unless I see something bad. So with these older Kohlers, this can be a little more difficult. But so I'm going to pop off this air filter cover, and let's see, 10 mil. Oh, and I have another bolt here. And then this comes off. That's not looking. Don't forget the spacer. And that doesn't look good. Let me go clean that out, and then I'll come back. Better axis. I'm going to take off the recoil and the cover. It's just 3 10 mil bolts, and this comes off. These are the old. This is the older style recoil. I'll probably go ahead and lube that up too. Lube this up while I'm at it. Get everything off. What's a twig doing here? That can interfere with your auto choke here. sometimes. Well, and so this person obviously left this outside, which is never a good thing to do with a lawnmower. Something else I just noticed, if you can see down there, this is spark plug boot. That's all fine, but the heat shield for the muffler. Look at this. This thing isn't even tightened down. Gosh. No wonder why I felt like it had low compression. To get access to the carburetor, take it off, you need to take off this heat shield. And Kohler, this is the old design, has a bolt here and a bolt here. The new design has 2 bolts here, making it easier to get out. This one, you know,
you have to use a box wrench to get out, which can be cumbersome. You can't use an impact.
now that we got this heat sensor off, we can get the carburetor off, but we got to get this fuel line off too. But I'm gonna try not to do that if I don't have to. So to pull it off, first thing you do is let's get off the linkages. So where's my needle, no pliers? Now, there's one, and I'll get the needle, no pliers, get the other. Gonna clamp off the fuel line. Got my needle and those pliers here. There it comes. Now I can pull this carburetor off, minus the fuel line. Except I probably gonna have to do that too. Set the ass. We put this together. Put the clips for the fuel fuel line on the other side. Pardon my French. Whoever the Kohler person was. But maybe I don't need it, and just rotate this like that and deal with it and not take it off. So you wonder why I'm doing this? Well, these moving parts can seize up if they get really dirty. Ow, that hurt. So, see. Oh, and we got a crack in the vacuum line right here. That's a vacuum actuated choke. So I'm gonna have to repair that. So it means this whole carburetor's got to come off. Got my fuel line vacuum tube stash here. I think I found one that might fit. So let's see. Let's see. this will fit. And I do believe it does. So that's good for me. Yeah. That worked. This hose is just a little brittle, but that's what I had. Don't know exactly where I got it from. May have been from another Kohler or a Honda. Anyway, gonna go clean this off some more. Let me pop open this to see if we got any boogers in here. And let me go get a pan first. Go see what we got in the bowl. Hopefully it's not Frosted Flakes. Haha. Oh, that's on tight. There we go. What was that from? Yeah, it's one of the studs probably. Oh, let's go see. What we got in here. We got some boogers. Surprised it ran as good as it did. Let's go clean this out. I'm cleaning it out. All this white stuff, that's dried up ethanol. Really not good for carbureted anything. At least the needle wasn't stuck and it actually looks good. So I'm gonna get in here and clean out. See all that white stuff there? That's what ethanol looks like when it's dried up. Through the fuel inlet. Is that the fuel? No, that's the fuel inlet. Clean that out, and then the other way. This is your intake side. Doesn't have to be perfect, but could be better. I don't know if you can see, there's some holes there in the throat. Those you need to clean out with a wire or something, or just spray them out. Oh, and then there's some more little holes that are down here. Inside, you won't be able to see that on camera. It's by where the flap is. So, I'm gonna continue cleaning this out. I may take the main jet out, I may not. So, to get the main jet out, I mean, these also for Hondas as well. There's a brass jet in there. You use a really good screwdriver. It has to fit in there just right. You might have to grind one down or something. This is a very good old screwdriver with a wooden handle. It's a Matco, I believe. Just unscrew it out, and then you can hit the side, and it pops out. These you want to put wires through and spray it. See, I'm taking like the wire from a twisty tie and kind of working it through in and out. This scrapes off the ethanol. You can see it's there on the other side. You scrape off like that, and that cleans out the jet. It does not really make it bigger. Then take your carb spray. Yeah, Hopefully it doesn't spray back at you like that. And you can see, you should be able to see through the jet now. Repeat that same process of wire and spray through all these holes here. Now for reassembly. Put the, this is your Venturi tube. Put that in, followed by the main jet, and then just screw this down with that flathead screwdriver, and not just want it snug. You don't want it He-Man, just like that. Then put everything back together. Make sure this spring is on there. Try not to get carb spray on that spring, on the needle tip. Then put this back in. And put back in the pin. Actually, see this white stuff? I should probably brush that off, because that is not good stuff. Same thing for where the hinge goes on the inside. You don't want it to get caught up on those. So put this back in, put the pin in, there we go. And it should be, this should be level, like that. Now, with this bowl, I'm going to try to make that, get that better with some steel wool. That's the best I could get it, even with the steel wool. So this will have to do. It does not have to be perfect. So the orientation of this, it's going to be like this on the mower. So you want the drain bolt here facing forward. It's typically how you want it, like that. Then just put the 10 mil bolt on the bottom, and not He-Man, but you know, snug, but not too tight. Yeah, like that. And just put this back on. Notice I did not take off this stuff, because you take that off, it can get a little tricky to put back together. Got the carburetor on. Yeah, opposite of taking it off. What you do is you slide this on, stick the fuel line on, then you put this linkage on, then you stick the small linkage, and then you tighten down the heat sensor. I'm not going to bore you with putting on the air box and all that stuff. I'll meet you when I pull the cord on. New air filter. That was cost me all of $1. for $1.50. And then we'll put this on and see how it goes. I need to check that other bolt, make sure I tightened it up. Here we go. I still got to sharpen the blade, but it's pretty much done. Stuff I did to it is it was low in oil, made it hard to start. Put in some 10W30 with oil stabilizer, and I cleaned out the carburetor, which did need cleaning, and the spark plug was actually loose on it. Just it seems like a basic maintenance. I'm gonna sharpen the blade as well, and I power wash it. I do have the bag for it. It's in the garage. Here will be the final start. Since I fixed the vacuum activated choke, it's not smoking as much on startup. That'll do it for this one. Later. This is a little. If you need to adjust the idle, you put a Phillips head screwdriver in this hole on these Kohlers, and it'll seat into a plastic screw, and you turn it right to speed up the idle, and turn it left to lower it down. There'll be a plastic screw on top of the carburetor that will push on the it's the idle speed screw here. So I had to raise the idle and because it was too low.